I did not come this far and do this much for me to just settle for a guy to have a baby with. And I can't argue with her. So I think that it's just really a lot simpler, but it's just not easy because maybe we're not having the conversation with the right people who actually want to have the conversation.
God, there was a lot to unpack in that assessment, but I digress. Aisha, what are your thoughts when you heard the video, when you listened to that podcast episode?
I thought it was funny the way he was talking about it, but it's sad, but it's true. What he's saying is true, and we just have to step back and ask ourselves, well, how can we move forward from here? Because when Morgan Stanley did all this, they paid money to get all this information. They did because they're preparing. Like I said, when any industry, they're looking ahead to prepare. What are going to be the things that they need in the society? What would they be needing? Maybe homes for assisted living homes, for people that don't have any family members, and nursing places to put the people that don't have any family members. So they're thinking ahead monetarily. How are we going to take care of this? So we have to now say, wow, this is happening in this society. How can we, knowing that it's not going to help us, it's not good for us, how can we move from there? Because I think what he's saying, though it may be harsh, but there's truth to it, and we see it. And like they just said, she has friends that are looking for good men, but then she said that there's no good men. Well, then now they'll end up being single, back again into that pile, and be childless. Because when you get a certain age, from 30 and onward, your chance of having a child diminishes dramatically. Nobody tells you that, right? So we should have the conversation with our young women now and our young boys, train them. We have to go back and do the hard work so that these things that they're saying that's happening now can be reversed. Because as human beings, we can do that. We can say, okay, look, we're going the wrong way. Let's course correct.
Okay, Dr. Sabrina, what are your thoughts? Then I have a question for all of us.
Okay, so I want to bring another perspective to this conversation. So we're talking about these women that are intentionally delaying marriage and having children to focus on their career. So what if these women took a totally different approach and said, okay, well, I'm going to delay my career and focus on marriage? Now, again, when we look at where we are as a community, I'm not even going outside of our community. You think about those women and the pool that they have to choose from, okay? Those same women that are saying, I'm going to delay my career for marriage and children. Okay, look at the pool. What's there? Who's there? We have a homicide rate that is crazy between the ages of 16 and 24. Okay. Then when you take those people out of the equation, you also have to think about other things that women are competing with. No shade here against anybody's community, but you also have to take out of that equation the number of men that have decided that they want other men as opposed to women. So you remove those from the equation. Then you take from the equation those Black men that have decided that they don't want Black women. Okay, what's left? I'm just saying, I'm just asking. So the person is supposed to delay the career for marriage, for children, but what do you have to select from? And then when you make a decision to delay marriage and children for your career, what do you have to select from?
So Shalay had mentioned the no good, low down, unbrotherly brother that be talking his shit, and he just so happened to pop into the chat today. He said, I am Anthony David.